Hey guys, it's Eager, and I'm just coming to you guys with a quick little war recap on this attack that I did. It's a GoHog, and it is a little bit different from some of the other ones that I've shown, and I'll try to break down why I did it the way I did it. It's by no means a perfect attack. Um, there are a couple mistakes that I made in the beginning, but obviously I got the job done with spare. It was a pretty weak base that I went after. Um, so I guess my goal here is to try to clarify some things so that we don't make quite the same mistakes all the time. Uh, Obviously, we have quite a few members who are playing around with GoHog and with some good success given the levels of some of the people, and that's great. And it's very popular 3-star strategy at the Town Hall 9 level, and hogs give you great and loons in terms of consistency. Though loons have their own advantages depending on the base setup and so on and so forth. So in this particular attack, it's paused, I guess, with one golem down already. I am using 3 golem. The intent was to push out this entire southern opening here and to push into the core to with heroes. And it is because I have strong heroes that I elected to make this decision. If I have lighter heroes, it is still a very 3-starable base as long as you take out the queen and the king and the CC here. So don't really need 3 golem, but I tried to take advantage of my heroes. As you do get higher up in levels, that's something you keep wanting to think about. If your heroes are doing very remedial work, you're probably not giving yourself the best chance of 3-star because they're quite strong. And I'm near max in my base defense, not walls. But you know, can I 3-star a Town Hall 10? No, because I don't have the hero level to do it. So in any case, we're gonna take out this bottom, and then what I really want to pay attention to most in this video is how I deploy the hogs. So one of the things that I see people messing up on is they don't attack the edge so that all the hogs go in one direction. So you end up splitting the troops up in way that you have your heal spells healing 4 to 5 hogs at a time. Whereas if you take a look at my heal spells, they're going to heal like 8 to 12 hogs at a time. So you really want that big contribution from your spells, and not just to heal an area, but to keep as many hogs protected as possible. So the whole goal in that is, as you go around the base, is to keep it synchronized so that as you reinforce, they come and join the main force as you go around. And again, still, you want to be attacking 2, 3, 4 defenses at a time and not just one. Otherwise, it's not going to be efficient in terms of your time. I do use the rotational strategy. I know that some people do more of a left-right, bottom-up type sweep. Those work as well. I find it a little bit more messy for me to handle, so I go for something that's a little bit cleaner, in my opinion. But I know Zook has great success going the other way, and that's perfectly fine for many bases as well. And sometimes it might actually be better than doing something rotationally. It really depends on the layout. So let's go ahead and start this. And the first mistake here was intended to stay at this wall where my wall breakers are going to take that archer tower's attention, but I didn't get quite wide enough of a spread here. But the golem does go in onto the side, which is enough spread for me to get the job done. So everything's going around. I forget to drop my CC a little bit. It should be out already, but it's okay. The golem will walk in time before too much damage is done. And so I will drop the rage and the jump to go ahead and try to push things in a little bit. The rage was probably a little bit wasted as well, but that's what happens sometimes. So here's my deployment. So you notice that I did define this edge as the mortar. It's very clearly defined at this point. And I am going to deploy, usually depending on, where I want heavy hogs, 2 to 4 on each defense. And you'll notice as these come up, it's going to go straight into the expo. So if you're not heavy enough here and you lose 1 or 2 hogs, just trimming around the edge and the expo remains, it'll keep thinning out your hogs, and obviously it's going to be a disaster. So you want to be careful about that. really heavy. Make sure that I go ahead and finish that off. As I go in, I drop my first heel. This heel is probably not optimally spaced. Obviously, the back part of the heel is not really doing anything. I could have pushed it up a little bit more. It turns out not to matter too much, but it is a minor mistake on my. And so I keep reinforcing the supplements, and I'm aware that there's a top, so I am going in a little bit early there. Even if those two die, the point is for that motor to go down so that my hogs don't spread out and go wide. I don't want that to happen. And so as long as that goes down, that sweep pretty far out, so it's not too bad at all. And we'll keep going around. There's 4 Tesla here that I could read out. So I drop a second heel to make sure we get through there just fine. And you see how many hogs are in the center going through that, surviving the skeletons, not a big problem at all. And so then I finally drop in the rest of my hogs. And if you take a look at it, they're all in this last quadrant together, synchronized. Once they get through the expo, everything will be in the heel radius. So I'm fully protected, and there's nothing that they can do per 3-star. So that's really what I want to try to get through, is that you want to keep your hogs together, use as much of your heel benefit as possible, and from here on out, it's just cleanup. So very, very good little video. Hopefully it helps some people out in their patience and their deployment. But, you know, it's not a race to the end. Hogs move very quickly as long as you get enough practice that you're not sitting there thinking between each step of the attack. Just make sure you get the snowball going. You can think about it as like momentum. You want to start with a heavy force to push through into the sprinkle in a few supplements as you go along. You don't want to be too thin, because you're just thin and then you reinforce with something thin and it stays thin and you never get this big ball of mass. So great job in this war, guys. We squeezed it out, and looks like we're going to win the current war, and good luck in future wars as well.